But okay, anyways, yeah, we're gonna start the quest. I'm gonna collect this thank you gift from Misha. Thank you, I almost said traveler. Trailblazer. I had a great time on the express. The clock never stops ticking, and so we have to keep going, and the trailblazing journey will never end. Ah, man. That's the last time we'll ever... You cannot encounter visitors who have already departed the express. I'm gonna cry. Anyways, we need to pick up where I never got to because I stalled. I did delay. I will give you guys that. But all who wakes, discuss your next trip with the others. It has been a while since you awoke from the dream. Staring into the deep, you think back on everything you've gained from your adventure so far and begin to grow excited for your next trailblazing expedition. Outside your window, the mysterious air of your destination piques your... Hold on. Why are we still on Penacony? Looks like it's time to discuss your upcoming trip with the rest of the crew. And let's see what this is.
The clock winds back to the start of the journey to Penacony. The Astral Express, upon invitation from the watchmaker, heads to a cosmic vacation spot, the Reverie Hotel, for a banquet. However, in this sweet dream paradise, they unexpectedly become entangled in two bizarre murder mysteries.
Okay, I love this. I'm glad I did this.
A grand struggle for a legacy begins. Numerous factions enter one after another, acting in response to the situation. The family hosts also plot to capture the watchmaker with this opportunity and ensure the Charmony Festival takes place as scheduled. A confrontation between the emanator of the Nihility, Acheron, and IPC representative Aventurine becomes the turning point of the entire event. The latter, through a grand death, shatters the family's lies and reveals the existence of the primordial dreamscape, Dreamflux Reef. The Express crew thus delves into the heart of the situation.
Oh.
Here, Gallagher reveals to everyone the truths about the Dreamscape, the Stellaron, Mikhail, and the other nameless. They finally uncover the legacy of the Trailblaze and, in doing so, receive a glimpse from the Harmony. To fulfill the wishes of their predecessors, everyone heads to the Penacony Grand Theater with the intention of sealing the Stellaron. However, they are forced into a deadly battle against Sunday, the head of the Oak family, who is aligned with the Order. This great battle concludes with the fall of the Order once again. The future of Penacony remains uncertain. However, thanks to the mediation of the crew, the family and the IPC agree to cede some of their interests and reach a consensus. Penacony regains the right to determine its own destiny. In the very end, Sparkle makes a grand return with a startling bombshell. This crisis is ultimately resolved amid spectacular fireworks. With everyone receiving their own best ending, the tragicomedy of the sweet dream comes to a close.
I love how, absolutely, done she was with that phrase. I mean, I felt it too. This was so, traumatizing for me. Head to the destination location immediately. Let's go. Oh, we're in here. That makes so much sense. As you can see, drink menu. I shouldn't get too distracted, so I'm gonna move on. Hey, bud.
Would you care for some jokes? A bit of laughter might be good for your health.
I'm busy, but thank you.
The eternal land.
Oh, yeah, okay. There's gonna be a few people I'm gonna have to just read. But I personally would still stick to the dub. If it was a majority of no voice, then I might do differently, but yeah. Anyways, I should have explained that beforehand. Sorry about that. There's no record of this world in the databank. Not even a mention of its name.
Yeah, that's what Miss Black Swan said. It's a world hidden away from outside observation, with a presence only revealed by the light from the mirror of the Garden of Recollection. It's mysterious, all right. You haven't been with us on the Express very long. Will the journey be too much for you to handle?
Nah, it's no sweat. Sounds scary? Can we go somewhere else? I've been on the Express for nearly 2 years now. Is that like this game is somehow mysteriously getting closer to its 2nd year anniversary, but like has it really been that long? I was wondering the timeline of events, but it doesn't feel like it's been nearly 2 years for Stell here. I'm going with it. I'm curious.
Huh? Has it been that long?
That's how I feel. Is that true? There's no need to be nervous. I understand that it may be difficult for us today to wrap our heads around the idea that there's a world Akavili didn't venture into. But a journey like that was only a routine to the Express crew back then. After all, to trailblaze is to explore the universe's boundaries.
We should consider Pom-Pom's opinion, too. They don't know we're considering Amphorius as a destination.
Sure, I'll take care of it. That said, Pom-Pom usually stays out of discussions about destinations. The final decision will likely still be on us to make. In that case, we'd best take the time to think it over.
Yeah. Plus, even if we pass Amphorius over, we've still got a fuel problem to solve.
True enough. I forgot about that for a moment. That's what I thought too. Can I vote no? We're not voting no. No, thank you. All right then. For now, I'll let Miss Black Swan know that we're considering the Eternal Land as a destination. Seeing as how this is going to be an unusual adventure, it'd be good for us to take time out to make preparations for the journey. Meanwhile, I'll see if I can find out more about Amphorius from our allies before we depart.
In other words, we won't be leaving Penacony anytime soon.
Oh man, more time on Penacony? I mean, I have a love-hate relationship, just mild scars.
We could also revisit our previous stops to make
Yeah.
sure that the astral charts and navigation routes are all functioning fine. I wonder if the hole in the Tychean Stadium has been repaired.
The Express has been on the go almost the whole time since we left the space station. We've barely had time to catch our breath. Let's take this as an opportunity to wrap up our vacation instead and make the most of it, of this break. That is true. It's basically been the moment we resolved the Stellaron crisis, or whatever was happening in the time, referring to the Xianzhou. But we do basically almost instantly just get up and go on the move and instantly move towards our next destination. And, we can't really say that Penacony's been the most break of it all. They will witness the Grand Xianzhou War Dance, and during this moment of leisure, also complete there. And those they will meet again include not only friends, but also foes. Also, oh, hey, Sunday. Okay, that could not have been any more direct. Several weeks later, golden hour.
Creating chaos is also a means of maintaining social stability, if you ask me.
If you have the time for mindless gossip, you're probably better off spending it on getting actual work done.
They say this is all part of ongoing investigations. But is there even any point to doing this? The threat's long been neutralized. They're just putting on a show. I mean, look at us. This sudden surge in inter-family cooperative efforts. It's nothing but a pretense for those outsiders, isn't it?
Maybe this is true. Some of the family, not all of, well, or were they? This is a lot.
Sounds like you've got insider intel. Now I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
Are the stories going around true? Was the furor that broke out a while ago really a result of trouble within the Oak family?
Trouble? Okay.
Those are some difficult questions. Didn't I just say that creating chaos is also a means to maintaining social stability? Now, who knows who's been fanning the flames? But there are a dozen rumors going around out there, each one more outlandish than the last.
Oh, I've heard those. Conspiracy theories about how the IPC had orchestrated everything and...
Ooh, yeah,
Was it
no, that's a
again
common one.
that the chaos was only quelled because of an accident? Makes no sense. So what's the lowdown?
It was only quelled because of an accident.
Oh, the truth has probably been long buried under all the hearsay. All I can say for sure is that someone's taken the rap for it.
You mean the former Oak family head?
Bingo. Most of the blame was pinned on him when the Charmony Festival was abruptly cancelled.
Makes sense.
Since then, not a single soul's seen him.
Are we about to? Is this an Intel Now moment?
Heck, forget his whereabouts. Nobody even knows if he's still alive. Talk about scary. For all we know, we might have watched something go down in history, like what happened to the Black Plum family back then.
The Black Plum
Without
family.
even realizing it.
I've heard another theory about that family head, though.
I beg your pardon, sirs. Dreamweavers are carrying out inspections on the routes around here, and all affected facilities have been closed off. Kindly take a detour in the meantime.
What happened? Is this because of the Stellaron? Jeez. Are we Penaconians never gonna dream in peace again?
I mean, maybe one day you guys kind of just have to work through this temporary setback, you know?
There is no cause for alarm, sir. The Stellaron has already been seen.
Yeah.
This is just a routine inspection. A move to heighten security, if you will. Please rest assured that the family will do everything in our power to protect the sweet dreams of every guest.
I see. We'll leave the two of you to your work then.
God, it's so weird seeing Sunday again. You recognize him?
Excuse me, sir. Have we met before?
Okay, yeah, no, there's some familiarity.
Oh,
Oh, he's using that.
do you recall when or where we might have met?
Oh gosh, okay, yeah, no, he still clearly has this.
My bad. I must be mistaken. Sorry about that. Sweet dreams to both of you, sirs.
Okay. An interesting meeting there.
You sure have a knack for stirring up trouble. Of all the routes available, you had to take the one that Bloodhound's keeping watch over.
You know, you can't always dodge all the trouble.
We shouldn't run into any problems with you around. Even if they see through the Harmony's power of disguise, there'll be a way for us to escape.
Spare a thought for me, will you? Just being in your company is plenty enough to get me into trouble, Mr. Prime Fugitive of Penacony.
And that is exactly why I need you with me. You're the only one I can rely on in Penacony now.
The only one you can rely on, huh? What about her?
Can't he not see... Technically, can't he not see Robin again? Yeah, okay, yeah, because that was the question. It's like, Robin.
At least, she was spared from the consequences of my actions.
What a shame, huh?
Why do you say that?
True.
Just thought that being mean might be more effective than consoling you.
Possibly,
I've
but...
seen plenty like you. Eager for everyone to take you to task after a setback because that's the only way you'll feel better. As though the more they condemn you, the more likely you can rectify your mistake. That said, if I'd really wanted to hit you where it hurts, I'd use a different approach. Like a show of sympathy, for example.
You're right. I won't deny that.
She should still be in Penacony. Aren't you going to look for her?
That won't be necessary. I'm sure you already know why, considering your vested interest in reading my thoughts.
Yeah, no, you have to have an idea. You're analyzing him pretty well here.
I can't bring myself to see her when I'm a fugitive.
I don't think that's enough of a reason not to, though. Personally,
All
there's
right,
Sunday.
then let's keep going. Helping a fugitive return to their home. So exciting.
Okay, Robin has a concert going on. Heard that in the background. Oh my god, the choir music here. Don't hit me, please. Thank you.
I see 2 bloodhounds. They appear to be on official business, unlike the pair from earlier. What's happening at Ideen Park?
Hey! Hey! In case you didn't notice, I can't see anything.
Oh, sorry.
My apologies. I forgot that you're not very tall.
Oh, damn. Okay. Hey, you kind of asked for that comment.
Remind me, why do I have to make this trip with you again?
That is true.
We've been through this. You're the only one I can turn to now. Besides, we once lived a cat and dog existence. Embroiling you in my affairs won't weigh on my conscience.
Damn.
Well, you certainly don't have much of one if you can bring yourself to say something like that.
Wow, this is such a great, team unit here.
Yet you will repay this favor all the same. After all, you're only alive today because of me. You owe me that much.
Holy moly! Can you get any more conceited?
Do I know the person voicing the Papeshi here?
When you were abandoned in the wild and near your end, I showed you a way to survive and helped you escape the jaws of death.
I'm interested about this story,
When you were at
actually.
your wit's end and felt lost about your future, I did everything within my power to help you safeguard your position in the family.
Okay, I get it already. You have a way with words, I'll give you that. Still, it's one thing to repay a favor, quite another to knowingly put myself in harm's way. I don't understand. Why are you hell-bent on going back to Penacony? Is this an IPC mission? Did they make you a deal? You can have your freedom back, but in return you must turn against all whom you once called family or something like that?
Oh my god, that could... No. I don't think it would be that, but it has to be something close to that, I would imagine.
Regrettably, Lady Bonajade didn't drop so much as a hint about it.
Okay, yeah, no, but she's also the type who would kind of let it be ambiguous.
Go now. You are free,
Yep.
O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is truly like.
I will not accept your charity.
As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting. The sweet dream still continues, and the night is still long. You have plenty of time to contemplate your answer.
She had a similar conversation like this with Firefly, too.
She only left me with a most intriguing message before setting me free. As for whether I can afford the price of my freedom, I'll only know when I find out what it is.
But nothing good ever comes out of being in the IPC's debt.
Yeah, I still don't trust them.
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. For now, there's still some time before that payment is due, so why not exercise the right to freedom that I've just regained?
By walking straight into a trap?
I mean, hey, that's one way to pass the time.
Or by making amends for past deeds. When it's time to go, this will be farewell for good. So, before I leave Penacony, I'd like to take some time to look back on all the events that have taken place.
Reminisce and... yeah, okay.
Can't you just look back on it from a distance?
Sometimes it's more personal to actually go the places.
There's something else I want to do, too. The embryo of philosophy may have fallen, but the order in Penacony wasn't built in a day. This sweet dream is likely to still contain residual traces of the Oak family's influence.
Get off your high horse. The other 4 families are more than capable of working things out on their own.
I mean, hopefully. I mean, hopefully also they actually work together and don't conspire against one another, but I don't know.
I might have gone astray, but others shouldn't have to clean up after my mistakes.
Then you should also know that the IPC isn't gonna help you a second time. If you fall into the family's hands again, you're done for.
You know how it is. Old habits die hard. The tie should be on the center line. The shirt must not protrude from the vest. Trouser creases should be perfectly straight, and always aligned with the tips of your shoes. We should always ensure that everything is in order before walking out the door. The same applies when bidding my home farewell, too.
But what has Ideen Park got to do with you? Don't tell me that the Founder is one of your disguises.
I'm not that old.
Damn.
Oh, come on. Take a joke, will ya?
Sorry, but park facilities are out of order. Refurbishment works are currently underway. Please come back again later.
That sounds familiar.
Exactly what happened last time, yeah.
I'm aware of the situation. You can skip the report.
What? What are you talking about? I need... Mr. 1 Week. Please excuse me, I should have recognized you earlier. I must be more tired than I realized.
I want to know what's going on in there. You'll tell me, won't you?
This is so trippy still.
There's nothing much to say, actually. We Bloodhounds are just as baffled as you are. My guess is that it's simply part of the aftermath of the Stellaron incident.
Aftermath?
You are?
Renowned workaholic, Mr.
Workday.
He
Oh
works for
my
me.
god.
You don't know him?
Okay, so they did stick with Workday. Got it.
Oh, I see. Pardon my ignorance, sir. Coming back to the topic of the park, let's just say that it has been recently observed that certain behaviors are not tolerated around here.
In what way?
What happens if you violate the prohibitions?
It's baffling, but corrective measures will be taken. It's kind of difficult to explain. Maybe you'd like to see for yourself?
Yeah, that works. Can you keep watch over the entrance? We'll go in and have a look for ourselves.
Please take these notes with you. They may come in handy.
You shouldn't have said that just now. It'll only make us look suspicious.
Said what?
Mr. Workday?
I know, it's so close to his name, okay?
I was just telling the truth. I've always found this name to be more suitable for you.
Okay.
So, why are we here? You managed this park before?
You could say that. I was still a child back then. To become the bronze Melodia of the Oak family, I'd gone under Mr. Gopherwood's tutelage. We were taking a walk in the park like any other day, when he suddenly hit on the idea to have me manage the park. Within the domain he demarcated, my every word would hold the force of law.
Is that kind of like the power he's been using this whole time? Or at least like an extension of it?
In hindsight, that was probably
Yeah.
the first time that I enforced order.
You rose through the ranks soon after. I take it that you must have done a pretty good job.
Quite the contrary. I made a terrible mess of things. Fortunately, the tourists thought of it as nothing more than a spell of merrymaking.
I mean, it helps that they don't know much, yep. And they are just here for like a peaceful, sweet dream type time.
Was that his way of training you?
Perhaps he was just using an approach with lighter consequences to show me what he'd learned in life. That there is never an ideal paradigm when it comes to rules. If the enforcer is incapable of introspection, then even regulations once laid down with the noblest of intentions will eventually become defiled. This place is no exception. The distorted after echoes of the Order will only add to the chaos.
Let's see what we have on these notes.
Okay. I'll write down what I've noticed for now. I'll go over things when I meet the others later. No consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream? Huh, what? Only cast and crew members are allowed on the stage. Be kind to birds, okay. Do not discard trash in... Do not discard trash in trash cans. Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt troupe while experiencing the attractions. Handstand walks around flower beds are prohibited. Attention, conducts that have not been mentioned are not necessarily safe. They just have not yet been reviewed.
No consumption of food except for burgers. What?
Yeah, that seems pretty absurd. I do not know where that one's coming from. Where is this cheering coming from? Wait, but there's been ice cream here.
No consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream. Please tell me you didn't make this rule.
I have nothing against desserts. The only reason I made that rule is so that people can learn to wait in line in an orderly manner for things, instead of shoving and jostling people around.
How does that equate to this, though? I don't understand that one.
What happens if I break the rule?
It's as the Bloodhound said. Corrective measures will be enforced.
Huh. Try me.
Wait, don't...
Okay. In a blink of an eye, the ice cream vanished into, 1 week's stomach.
Ah. Huh. So, where are those corrective measures?
That's odd.
No, did it not actually do anything?
Didn't I tell ya? The family can take care of the issue without you having to get involved. Next on the list is the stage. Let's go and check it out.
Are we sure? I wonder if things are actually naturally clearing up.
Are allowed on the stage. A surprisingly reasonable rule.
And an easy one to test. Neither of us is part of the cast or a crew member. Let's try it out.
Got it.
Huh.
Oh! Okay, that one's still in effect.
Let's try that again.
Oh, it's not gonna work.
What's going on?
Guide those who have lost their way back onto the right path. Looks like this is an example of the corrective measures that the Bloodhound mentioned. It's exactly what I would have done back then.
You've been iron-fisted since you were little, haven't you? Wait a sec. If this is how violations are corrected, then everything that I ate just now?
I tried to warn you.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say.
How do you feel?
I imagine pretty shitty.
Now, I'm feeling murderous.
I mean, that too, you know what? It makes sense.
In any case, say what you will, but I can't sit by and do nothing. Not when I'm the cause of all this trouble in Ideen Park. There's no need to involve the Dreamweavers. I'll fix these distortions once and for all.
What's the plan?
Nothing complicated. All distortions have their roots. We'll be able to trace them to the source once they manifest. Breaking a few rules will do. We just need to make sure that the corrective measures that will be implemented aren't too much for us to handle.
Okay, don't go for the extreme ones. More for the not necessarily safe, but hopefully at least the least lethal.
When a distorted after echo manifests to correct us, I'll be able to pinpoint its whereabouts. Then, I'll use the power of tuning to heal the dreamscape.
Okay, yeah, tuning. Because Robin has that too. We've seen her use it in the banana monkey case.
So, can I take it that rules are meant to be broken now?
Oh my god, yes. They've always been meant to be broken. I hate that I use that phrase
Please do
sometimes.
not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt troupe while experiencing the attractions.
Okay, now that I think I know what that... So, okay, that rule does make sense. So, they were able to use the Soul Glad bottle caps from here as a token, right? Is that like their way of cheating the system and getting more tokens?
The Dream Jolt troupe, where? Are they hiding or something?
It looks like they are. If that trash can is anything to go by. Oh, well, I mean, I see them over there, but...
Do not discard trash in trash cans. This is absurd. Did you make this rule too?
What do you think?
Children tend to be fascinated by such paradoxes. I was no exception.
Forget it. I don't even know how to joke about this. Well, what do you suggest we throw in?
Anything will do. I mean, I have literal trash. Classic Soul Glad. I'm not throwing my credits away. Anyways.
Something's happening.
I got golden trash back? Excuse me?
What is this? A woodcutter's trash can?
We're not breaking enough rules. We should look elsewhere, too.
I got pleasant looking trash in return. I'm so, like, oh, that was great. Anyways, hello there, buddy.
Oh, there it is. Found a good hiding spot, didn't ya? Come on, let's buy some bottle caps from it.
Just one moment.
Sunday places some alfalfa credits in front of the bubble hound.
Let me translate that for you. Who are you trying to pay with your spare change?
Sunday has placed even more alfalfa credit.
I'm afraid you're going to have to handle this if it isn't enough.
Handle this? Handle what?
The credits.
Wait, is that really all you've got on you?
He's basically a fugitive. He doesn't have much.
May I remind you that I am currently on the run?
Whew. Luck's on our side. Looks like we scraped together just enough.
Okay. I can see how this would work as a token, actually. Just has
Shall
color.
we give this capsule machine a try and see what happens?
I don't want to miss dialogue, so... Here we go. Hopefully nothing bad happens. We got gold.
Nothing's off so far. Maybe we should open the capsule?
Yep. You shouldn't have done that. Since warnings have proven futile, punishment is now inevitable. Now that's foreboding.
They can't be seriously going that far, right? Oh, no. Hey, look out!
Okay, yep, no, they're serious. We're in a fight. Okay, then. Whew, okay.
Oh, did they have to do that? They could have just recalled the capsule.
Well, this could be because we've broken, like, if we count the stage incident, 3 now.
Perhaps making the attractions no longer just attractions is another corrective measure?
I mean, yeah, that too.
Ugh. Aren't the rules being too finicky with words?
Enough. The location of the distortion is nearby.
Okay. Oh, the pool table.
Oh, there it is. Huh. It does look somewhat like you.
Time for it to disappear for good. Reveal thyself unto me, as is customary. All creatures endowed with eyes bear souls of equal worth.
Whoa. It worked. The IPC totally should have sent someone to keep an eye on you. Aren't they worried that you might make a comeback in Penacony and grow a new pair of wings?
I have a feeling that they're not really concerned about that. Whether it be from them thinking they can handle it or just not, like, from judging his character, not seeing that as something he's gonna do. Also, I've never noticed the windows are, like, people with mustaches.
So long as there remains a need for me to keep a low profile, I'm no threat to them.
Yeah, like, they're just confident that that's not gonna happen anytime
That's
soon.
true. Come to think of it, you had always been in the spotlight, be it as a respected member of the elite or a leader. When was the last time you fell into the mud? All the way back during your childhood days?
Sometime before I turned 6. Like most boys would, I tried to fly with my ear feathers.
Oh,
Only
jeez.
to fall into a pit. I almost broke my halo.
That was sarcasm, in case you didn't realize. But whoa, you actually remember something like that?
I mean, it's a memorable thing.
You never forget times of failure. It's only human nature.
Ugh, you're probably the only one who'd consider something like that a failure.
Yeah, everyone has their own definition, but between pledge and forgettance. Let's see. I hope I'm not gonna miss anything here.
What is it this time?
Just looking back.
But nothing's there.
For you, at least.
That's the whole point of revisiting a place. When I look at everything here, the memories are so fresh, it's as if it all only happened yesterday. When the younger me tasted failure here, I ran myself ragged to fix the mess. I thought myself no longer the same person as before. But it looks like I was just going round in circles. I'm glad for this chance to look back on my past in this way. Come now, we should go. This will be a long farewell.
Okay.
So, where are we heading next?
OT Mall. There are bloodhounds stationed along the way, though. It might be better to take a quieter route.
I
Welt.
don't mean to meddle, but I'd advise you to stay away from that place.
Did something happen?
There isn't any concrete information yet, but anomalies have been reported around the area. The family is currently investigating. You okay?
That's who they're seeing? Okay.
I'm fine. The Stellaron incident may have been quelled, but who is to say that nobody has another agenda? Thanks for the tip, sir. We'll make a detour. May you stay safe, too.
Hold on.
Okay.
Sweet Dreams are technically safe, but it would be wise to look out for oncoming vehicles.
I don't know. No. Well, did you hold something back there? You had a look to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're thinking about something.
Whew, that was no ordinary passerby. It's a miracle that he didn't see through your disguise.
The Astral Express should have departed a long time ago. Why is he still in Penacony? We needn't change our plans because of him. But be sure to keep your guard up.
Yep, you're bound to run into more of us.
I hope nothing terrible has fallen upon Penacony while I was in captivity the last few days. Come now. It's time we set off.
Just slumber, Nana
Let's
Monkey.
not stick too close to each other, just in case. A few feet or so between us will do.
You know, slumber, Nana. Nothing too crazy. Some would say.
Seems I let my wishful thinking get the best of me. Will you at least give me a chance to explain?
I will, but before I do,
Yep.
put your hands behind your back and answer my questions in short sentences.
Oh gosh. I wasn't expecting this much of a confrontation so soon. Okay.
Short sentences?
I need to make sure your words aren't concealing any dangerous incantations.
I can't believe I've left everyone with such a peculiar impression of me.
It can't be helped given the circumstances.
Please, believe me when I say that I didn't come back here with ill intent. Penacony will never experience the Order again, either.
I'm afraid I won't be taking your words at face value, not after how you wielded the power of harmony. Answer me. What are you doing here?
It looks like there's only one way to gain your trust.
Mm-hmm.
Come on out, 1 week. We found ourselves an ally.
Sunday unreservedly shares his story with Welt. The best way to, you know,
So,
give someone
it was
your
the
intent.
IPC that freed you.
My sister has likely made an agreement of some sort with them.
Mm-hmm.
As for how I'm able to move around freely in Penacony, I have 1 week to thank for that. As you can see, I've only returned to my home to bid it farewell. Would you be kind enough to give me a chance to say goodbye, so that I may leave without regrets?
Agreed. But, until you leave Penacony for good, you're to stay by my side.
You have my gratitude.
I left my home in a hurry, too. I know how it feels.
Yeah.
That said, I can't make this call by myself. My companions need to know about this, too.
The Astral Express crew is in Penacony too?
Yep, if Welt is here, then the others are here as well.
Come with me. We'll go find them. You come along, too.
Okay. Boy, this is gonna be a party.
Yep, you thought this was gonna be easy? Never. Oh, look at him skipping.
They should be somewhere nearby.
Mr. Yang, if you don't mind, there's something that puzzles me. Now that the crisis on the planet of festivities has been averted, shouldn't the Astral Express have departed to continue on its trailblazing journey? Why have you and your companions stayed behind in Penacony?
Some minor complications here and there.
Could it be that someone stirred up trouble after I left?
And if that were indeed the case?
I doubt I'm in any position to be proposing ideas, but I'm happy to defer to the Nameless and aid with any plans you may have.
There's no need to worry. All is well in Penacony. Our reason for lingering here is a certain unusual passenger.
A passenger?
The Express has been commissioned to send a passenger back home. We're just resting up in Penacony for a while before we depart.
By passenger, do you mean this lady here?
Excuse me, what? Why? How? I remember everything that happened during the war dance, but why is she here in Penacony?
Or these ladies?
What's going on?
This... how?
You're finally here, Mr. Yang. We have a
Ooh.
huge problem.
Yeah, what's going on, March? Oh, we're gonna see it from our POV? Okay. Meanwhile, the Trailblaze's stern.
Isn't it fascinating how variables never fail to find their way into the lives of organic life forms?
Neither did I expect to see you here in Penacony, Mr. Scroolum. I had assumed the Genius Society wasn't invited to the festivities.
I have no interest in the Harmony's celebration, so it's only natural for me to turn down the invitation. But it looks like my decision also cost me the front row seat to all of your exciting adventures. Conclusion: there is likewise a downside to pursuing reason.
That can be the case, yes. I'm sure if all of you geniuses showed up to this Charmony Festival, things would have been very much different.
I hear that the Astral Express has established a collaboration with the Garden of Recollection for your next destination?
Most likely, yep. They did suggest a destination, but that was all. Did you hear this from Madame Herta? It's a world beyond the knowledge of the Nameless, after all. I wrote to her, hoping that the all-encompassing erudition could provide us with some information.
Could there be more to it?
Yes, there is something else. Miss Black Swan said Amphorius is a world influenced by 3 paths, and the erudition is one such path.
Logic. The average Pathstrider wouldn't leave any trace behind in the Garden of Recollection's mirror.
You're right. So this has to be related to the Emanators, or perhaps even the Eons. That's why I wanted to know if the geniuses had any clue about it.
It's a pity we do not communicate much within the society. Not to mention we've lost most of our members to the Lord of Silence. I have never heard of Amphorius, however.
That's interesting to know. Madame Herta said the same, but it did pique her interest, and she agreed to do a little digging. My guess is that there's a chance the Garden of Recollection is behind it. She's always had a keen interest in the Remembrance technology, after all. It's also thanks to her that we got to make Miss Ruan May's acquaintance a while back. We even went into the abyss to bring a Leviathan's carcass back for our new friend. Speaking of her, this is far too much of an understatement, but none of us ever expected to see an old friend of, at Miss Ruan May's.
That Foxian girl has indeed been through an unimaginable turn of events. I suppose that's the fate you organic life forms are bound by.
Yeah, how did that go? Yeah, a bond that truly runs deep.
So is it out of goodwill that the Astral Express volunteered to send her back home?
Would the Nameless see a point in keeping work and favors apart? It's her request. She hopes to make a brief stop somewhere to reframe her mindset before returning to the Xianzhou, considering her unique position with the Alliance.
Looks like this is one exceptional passenger. Don't you have to accompany her then, Miss Himiko?
My companions are with her. They know Miss Tingyun better anyways. Plus, those youngsters will definitely do a better job than me when it comes to vacations. Exactly, we can't take a vacation. Is that what you mean, Himiko? They're probably having a wonderful time now. Foreshadowing, we've created a mess.
So, is anyone gonna tell me what's going on? March?
Oh, about that. Why don't you ask her instead? She knows how to present things logically.
Do I? I like to make, like, I like to poke fun at you and, like, copy you. What do you mean? Apparently, there are many Tingyuns here with us. I'm gonna have to break the stereotype you have of me. Okay. I can be the joking, like, stating the obvious, or, you know, I'll break character.
Not now. Of all times.
Hey, March, you're the one who threw it at me. What did you expect?
Forget it. I'll tell you. We walked around with Miss Tingyun for a while after separating from the rest. But then we ran into something weird.
It's so, I know that's Sunday. I was like, who is the, oh.
Did something happen in the dreamscape?
Actually, it's more like it was someone's fault. We met a
What?
Takeshi filming a Try Not to Laugh challenge, and he gave us some of his candy. A type of candy that's supposed to make you fall over laughing.
I don't accept random shit from strangers.
So that sort of try not to laugh challenge.
I didn't really want to do it, but she insisted on us giving it a shot.
Are you sure
That's
it was
how we
just
got
me?
into this problem.
Stell, is this true?
What happened?
We failed the challenge terribly. I still wanted more candies. Behold the Laughing Maniac, March 7th. I will continue. It's a back and forth.
Oh, come on, stop interrupting.
Hey, you threw it at me
We
again.
had some candy, and we're so happy we rolled around on the ground for a bit before standing up. But once we did, we realized Miss Tingyun ate the candy too.
Ooh, she sneezed
but
nonstop.
She only sneezed nonstop. Achoo! Achoo! Sneeze after sneeze. And before we knew it, she multiplied into several Tingyuns right in front of us.
Okay, that's very odd.
What's your take on this?
The dreamscape is a Memoria world. It is likely the candy triggered her hypersensitive mind, causing scattered memory fragments to dissociate and become entities themselves. There is no cause for concern. We've experienced similar incidents from time to time in the sweet dream.
Okay.
Mr. Yang? Who is this?
Okay, so yeah. Obviously, from our point of view, it seems like we don't see the cracks in the facade.
It's okay. You can reveal yourself now.
I was only being careful. Or we would have been stopped by the Bloodhounds more than once on our way here. Help me remove my disguise. 1 week.
Yep, we're gonna be a little on edge.
It's been a while, everyone.
You!
Yep.
What's going on?
Everyone, stay calm. I'll explain.
Yeah, you better. Okay. Ooh. Welt fills them in on what he's been through.
I believe that at this point, Sunday has no reason to be dishonest. But to prevent any unforeseen complications, I'll be accompanying him everywhere he goes until he leaves Penacony. Mr. 1 Week here is an old acquaintance of Sunday's.
Pleased to meet you, fair lady. And you, of course. You're the heavyweight who pummeled this control freak.
I mean, it was a group effort, but I mean, you know. No, yeah, it was a team effort, exactly.
The surprises just keep pouring in. First there was Miss Acheron, and then Miss Tingyun. Why does it seem like Mr. Yang always comes back with some extraordinary guests?
That is true. You do have that position, Welt, to bring us into things even crazier than what we can find.
Let's leave this discussion for later. For now, we should be focusing on returning Miss Tingyun to her normal self.
Yeah, okay, we'll go with that.
That's not gonna be easy. You'll see what I mean, Mr. Yang. These Tingyuns aren't exactly easy to communicate with.
I do not like the sound of that. Okay. There's so many Tingyuns everywhere. This is kind of concerning. Wait, do they all think, disassociate and stuff, do they think they're at the Xianzhou? I'm sorry, I've never been able to say that properly.
Miss March 7th, have you taken the time to consider my suggestion?
Your suggestion?
Oh, God.
Oh, wait. Which Miss Tingyun are you again?
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Tingyun to come together to form the Tingyun Merchant Guild.
I hurt myself mildly. It's okay.
How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? Just imagine how in sync we'll be with one another. We're bound to thrive and prosper.
I don't know. What if you guys keep, like, going to do the same task and you, like, never get anything done, or you start arguing over who does what?
I know, we can't leave the dreamscape to trade with the outside world, so that's where you come in, Miss March 7th. Your wits surpass many others, making you the perfect person to handle liaison negotiations.
Oh my God,
on our behalf.
she's sitting there trying to be like, oh man, you're gonna be good at this, like, you know, you're amazing.
I guess I can consider it. I hope everything goes smoothly for your guild.
I hope so.
There. Now do you see what I mean, Mr. Yang?
There does appear to be an element of her talking to herself.
I mean, this is such a stealth thing, but like, you know what? So far I've been messing with them and not taking this seriously.
Forget about it. How are you gonna clone your bat?
I'll just talk to Ruan Mei.
Mr. Yang mentioned the Express's next voyage is to send a passenger back home. Could this lady be from the Xianzhou Alliance?
Good guess.
Yes, more specifically, the Xianzhou Luofu.
The Luofu? Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an ambush on the Luofu some time ago? Was she one of the few survivors?
Quite the contrary. She might have been the person closest to the eye of the storm.
Looks like there's a lot more to this story.
Story for another time. As host of the Dreamscape, do you have any suggestions for fixing this problem?
I don't have much to go on now. Perhaps we should talk to the other Miss Tingyuns here.
Intel gathering. Got it. Visionary. Foodie.
That sounds nice. People never forget a personally prepared home-cooked meal. But then again, gifts should be lasting. What about a delightful new bouquet of flowers on the table each day? Wouldn't they do a better job at brightening up someone's day? That sounds like a good idea. If we really want to do this right, though, it's the thought behind the gift that truly matters. The more thought goes into the gift, the better the recipient feels it.
I mean, hey, you know, a lot of the times accurate.
She makes a valid point, too.
You sure have a way of not offending anyone.
These three Tingyuns don't look like they'll be reaching a conclusion anytime soon. We won't be able to get a word in.
So, what do you think, Sonny?
Sonny.
Let's try a different name, my dear friend.
Oh, don't we sound chummier that way? I took a leaf out of this Foxian girl's book.
The problem with Miss Tingyun is just as I suspected before. That prank shattered her into notes that are each a part of her. In other words, it means the Tingyuns we see
Are
here
all
are all
aspects of
different
her.
aspects of her psyche.
Okay. You just made it sound a whole lot more complicated.
At any rate, this is a known occurrence across the dreamscape. Tuning could be the way to fix it. The only problem is that these Miss Tingyuns are too caught up in their own world. Is there one we can properly speak with?
One that we can speak with?
Oh, okay, there is one.
Oh, I think there is one.
Okay, let's see what you got, March.
But it may take me a while to identify
That
her.
is a problem. You're right. I'm so sorry for thinking you could just walk over. Okay, that is easy to talk to. They all seem to be in a group. That one? The one walking, maybe? Hello, you? Oh, you're sleepwalking. Yep. Money, no. Invincible fan wielder? Kitty? Should I talk to that one? Maybe? I don't think we can talk to sleepwalking. And then that one... Oh, trash can. There's so many even up here. Okay, that one's not an option. I was hoping because she's by herself. Again, I don't think money grubbing is the right one. Can I pop this balloon? Oh. Nope. No, I can't.
Huh? You can't fly? Why?
Oh my gosh.
I can. I can fly. A long, long time ago, a big girl flew with me really high into the sky. I'll take you next time. Pinky promise?
Oh, okay.
Should we get someone to watch over her?
Maybe. She does sound like she is willing to risk it.
Nah, I think she's perfectly fine on her own. The childlike innocence that adults have is a lot more resilient than you can imagine.
Even if that's true, it doesn't apply to her.
Or so you say.
Huh? Yikes. She's scary. No, I won't be able to talk to her.
Okay, March. That's
Oh.
Where'd you come? Oh, you
were
started
you all
talking. I'm
looking
sorry.
for me?
That we were. Hello.
Found her. If I remember correctly, this Miss Tingyun's trait is...
It's nothing special, really.
Somewhat normal Tingyun. Okay. There she is. So this is also a side of Miss Tingyun.
She ought to meet your one we can properly speak with requirement, right?
Worth a try. My lady, if I may, I wish to perform a tuning on you.
Before you start, you should know that we're keeping our eyes on you. If you even think about taking Miss
March,
Tingyun hostage...
that's not gonna happen. I understand your, thought process, but it's okay. Gravitational disintegration. Oh, jeez. Okay. That there are 4 pairs of eyes between the 3 of us. That's an insult.
It is not my intention to provoke you. Perhaps, as assurance, we can have my friend here perform the task in my stead. One week has a higher mastery of the harmony than I do.
That is true.
If you still have concerns, you are also free to restrain me while he performs the tuning.
There's no need for that. You're acting so sincere. I'm actually surprised.
Are you all right with this, Miss Tingyun?
I go as the wind blows, so you may decide for me.
Okay.
Then kindly forgive our intrusion. Please do your best 1 week.
Okay, let's see how this goes. Ooh. What was that? Ooh. Oh, destruction. Not, yeah, was it destruction? Oh my god. No, is it her? Is that what he's seeing in the psyche?
What the? Did any of you hear a voice just now?
A voice?
Never mind.
Ooh, okay. Can this be bad that he saw that?
Look, it's working.
I don't like the music's putting me so on edge. Oh!
Never did I expect that every encounter with you would always be in moments of distress. Did I conduct myself improperly?
Oh my gosh.
Miss Tingyun, you're finally back.
He's still off-put in the background there.
You may be small, but you're pretty amazing.
Oh yeah, no. Has he been affected?
What's wrong?
It's nothing. Just a trivial matter.
I don't know. Is that like more you're so thrown off and now you're like on edge around her, or did something afflict you?
What do you sense?
I should have let you handle it yourself. This girl is not as ordinary as she appears. I nearly died. Just now.
Nearly died? Oh! Did he pass out? Darkness descends before the eyes, reminiscent of the chaos before the birth of the universe.
Don't be afraid.
Is that Ruan May?
What is this place?
No matter what you see, you only need to remember one thing. You're not alone.
Who are you? And who am I?
Ooh.
Is that where I came from? And where does this path lead?
We're actively getting her story. Like right now. You must go on and there's no time to waste. What is this place? Whose body is this? Should you power on ahead in uncertainty or turn back to find out where you came from? Is that like actually an... Oh! That's a decision I can make? If this wasn't so far into the story, low-key, I would do this and then just... That is horrifying. Okay, I'm moving forward. I wonder if there's an option to actually...
That looks so familiar.
Okay.
Does she want to lead me somewhere?
It's like finding herself again. Like the memory slowly creeping in. Okay.
The life support pod is ready. There were only minor issues.
Minor?
That's great. Otherwise, that person from the Xianzhou might not be able to hold on much longer.
Oh, it's bad.
You're still trying. There's no precedent for saving someone who was destroyed by a Lord Ravager. Will it even work?
I'm not a genius, so I don't understand the logic behind it. But if she says it's possible, then it must be.
Excuse me. Could you tell me where I am? Can they not hear me?
Yeah, are you like going through the past, but like seeing things that you maybe shouldn't have known in the moment either? And this is like your way of finding out what happened to you?
This girl is...
Though extremely rare, the observed subject has started to provide short answers for some simple questions. Even though her cognition is still in a chaotic state, from what has been observed so far, she is not incapable of composing long and complex sentences. However, an unbearably intense pain would immediately attack her with high frequency, enough to interrupt her thoughts or even render her temporarily unconscious. To Madame Ronmay for her to decide whether the observed subject's senses should be temporarily numbed. Correction. We have temporarily blocked the subject's various senses and are trying as much as we can to alleviate their pain. No further questioning will be made until the body's repair has made some progress. Until then, this is the record of the questions that have observed subject has already answered. What is your name? Subject replied within 3 seconds. Tingyun. What did you encounter? The observed subject spent a substantial period of time in rumination before suffering from intense pain and losing their consciousness. After being questioned 4 times, it can be confirmed that the observed subject knows that the related related details, but struggles to elucidate that knowledge during the limited periods of coherence.
Tingyun. What a familiar name. Do I know her?
This
Don't
is so
question
odd.
it. Keep moving forward.
It's you again. Who's talking to me?
I can only imagine how terrifying this would be.
These are...
These are wounds left by the destruction. They have taken root within your body and cannot be removed.
Oh, permanent.
The destruction? I don't understand. Please, who are you? And why won't you show yourself?
I can't go to you. All I can do is wait for you to finish walking this path.
You want me to go through here? Do I have to fight it?
There's no need for that. It's too dangerous.
Okay.
And you can't do it anyway. Don't fight it. Embrace it. Try to coexist with it. Think of it as feeling your own scars.
My scars?
Ooh.
Wait!
Ooh. What, an actual fight?
Is this called... coexisting?
Don't worry. As I said before, you
were not alone. Yep, okay.
Let's improvise.
Get there! Joining the battle.
Okay.
Fiends or devils.
can it be? Why are there still so many of them? The ones from before weren't defeated either?
Remember, she said it's impossible for you to fight it.
As I said before,
Oh,
you can't defeat them. No one can. You can fall into the darkness and die alongside these scars of the destruction.
is that her literally talking to the fucking life pod?
Or bring them with you when
And
you
then she turns
return
to
to
us.
the world here. These are your two choices.
Return to the world? What are you saying?
It is.
Oh. No wonder those two ignored me. Am I just a wandering spirit now?
Close, but not quite.
So, I'm trapped between life and death? Existing in a limbo?
You can think of it that way.
Okay, so it's not a no, but not a yes?
Based on what you said, even if I should wake up, these wounds that caused my death will remain on my body and never heal? I don't understand. You appear to be trying to save me, Benefactor. But why are you telling me all this?
It's a habit of mine. I believe everyone should have the right to choose whether they wish to return to this world or not.
Be that as it may, I don't remember anything. There's nothing to help me make a choice.
That doesn't matter. I believe the desire to live was born from nothing to begin with. You may also prove yourself to be the exception. I would also be pleased with that
Yeah,
result.
she is a scientist.
How troublesome. But I suppose that's part of living.
Survival or destruction is no longer a choice for you. They both now grow along the same path. And only by walking this path will you break through the darkness and arrive at my side.
Oh. Look at this.
Feeling more awake? Congratulations. You attained your very first victory in this tug of war. It's a good start.
Is that what the, like, tattoo? Like the marks on her shoulder are too? That probably go on more?
This is...
Let me explain. You were attacked by a Lord Ravager. By all rights, you should not have survived. But someone didn't agree with that assessment, and it just so happens I was able to fulfill his request.
Okay.
What about the other merchants?
I'm afraid that they probably weren't as lucky.
I don't know.
Why me?
Because you were the most unfortunate. You fell into the hands of that Lord Ravager, who destroyed your body and spirit. Yet, you were also the most fortunate. Her desire to claim everything about you for herself meant she needed time, so you were spared instant annihilation. There is only a fine line between resurrection and escaping death. Yet, they couldn't be more different. If you had truly died, I would have been powerless to do anything for you.
My body feels strange.
I'm sorry. I can't let you regain your ability to feel just yet. You'd be in excruciating pain.
Oh.
Your body was contaminated by the destruction and suffered severe damage. As I said before, these wounds will stay with you for the rest of your life. To prevent its resurgence, I made some minor modifications to your body. Or more specifically, your tail. You'll have to learn to adapt to it. Unfortunately, the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity.
Regardless, I'm grateful to you for saving my life.
There's no need for that. This was merely a transaction. With this, the debt between the traveling merchant and me is clear.
Wait, traveling merchant. Was it Loacha? Right? I
Who? Don't worry about it. You should sleep for a little longer. By the time you wake up, you won't remember any of these details. I'll arrange for someone to send you home. Which reminds me, you seem to have some dependable friends with close ties to you. You should go with them. It can only help with your recovery to hear more about your past.
And that's how she's gonna end up with us, yeah. And then tuning recede to the darkness once more. Yeah, so he did yeah, 1 week see all that?
Are you all right?
Did I pass out?
You didn't end up in Dreamflux Reef. Very true. We were just about to make a memorial portrait of you. Jesus, okay, let's not go that far, only for a little while.
The tuning rebounded and affected 1 week instead. This is no ordinary woman.
I suppose there's no point in hiding it from you anymore. Miss Tingyun is originally from the Xianzhou. She had an unfortunate encounter with a Lord Ravager who robbed her of her identity and left her on the verge of death. While she miraculously escaped with her life, her body suffered terrible injuries beyond all power to heal.
But something happened to change that outcome?
Yes, a genius got involved. She's very accomplished in the field of life sciences and managed to grant Miss Tingyun a shot at survival.
Ah, yeah, we got lucky on that front. Otherwise, no, Tingyun would have been gone.
After that, she asked the Express to escort Miss Tingyun back home. We made a stop at Penacony along the way, partly to allow her some time to convalesce.
I'm so sorry. I thought no one would be affected if I hid inside a dream. I didn't expect so many mishaps to happen.
It's not your fault. You couldn't have known that. Like, we should have been more careful in general. So it's also on us for not, like, paying attention and being on the lookout.
That's all right. So long as nobody was hurt. Can I get something to drink? I feel like I've been asleep for 10 years.
That's fine. We should find another place to talk anyway. We drew some attention with that commotion earlier.
Shortly after.
So glad again. I'm a local, you know.
Well, hey, it's probably the easiest thing to get. So, we're gonna have to just go with it.
You'll have to make do.
Exactly.
In any case, I must thank the both of you for your assistance.
It was nothing. Now that the matter with Miss Tingyun is resolved, are we meeting your other two companions next?
Oh, so other two. So is he thinking obviously Kimiko, but is he also thinking about Firefly?
There's no need for that. Mr. 1 Week is
Because
in poor
there was
condition,
obviously a lot of that in the
let's
quest.
wrap up your farewells
But
first.
oh, could he also be thinking of just Black Swan? Not that he knows her name.
I'll leave Miss Tingyun in your hands.
Okay, we will do our best to not fuck this up again.
Uh-huh. Mr. Yang, the messenger from the Xianzhou is almost here. You're not coming with us?
I trust that you can handle it. Besides, Himiko will be there. She'll be able to handle any decisions should you run into any difficulties.
Yeah. I want to keep her away from those situations, though.
Okay. We better hurry then. This is ridiculous.
We're like actively splitting up.
Where are you planning to go next?
Could you give me some time to think about it?
Okay.
Shall we keep going then?
Where are we going? What are we doing here again? Where are we going?
Did you forget already? Miss Tingyun is going back to the Alliance, so we're here to help her pick out souvenirs.
Okay, so we're going souvenir shopping. Got it.
I'm not too familiar with this planet. I'm worried an unscrupulous cutthroat merchant will try to take advantage of me. Luckily, the people I want to buy these gifts for are friends you already know on the Xianzhou. So I'll be counting on both your stakeholder intuitions for recommendations.
Ooh, okay, I'll do my best.
As if a merchant could seriously take advantage of you.
I mean, they can try.
I already picked up a few gifts earlier, so that means there's only 3 more left to go. But we've already lost a lot of time, so we'd better not drag our feet.
Okay. Not right now, Billboard. I'm not ready to pick a fight with you. So we're gonna work.
Welcome. How can I help you?
Hello there. It's my first time visiting the Dreamscape, so I wanted to buy some local specialties as souvenirs for my friends back home. My 2 friends here are more familiar with the Dreamscape and recommended your shop, so I'm here to take a look.
Wow, you really know how to flatter. Go ahead. Browse all you like.
First we have...
Fuxuan, okay.
Lady Fuxuan of the Divination Commission. What do you think best suits her?
Unicycler? Oh, what? Would she like an eye mask? I don't know how serious I should be going about this. I don't think she would want the launcher. And I don't know. Unicycler? This is difficult. I actually don't know what to pick. Like, obviously, it's like a choose your own type of situation, so it doesn't matter mostly. Let's see if March agrees with me.
Did you pick that because of her third eye?
I honestly did. I think it might be the last one. But, you know.
A meticulously thought out and interesting suggestion. It'll make for a novel gift. Let's go with that.
Yeah, that's the whole point too, is like it's supposed to be a gift from Penacony, and what better to get than a clocky eye mask?
Next is General Jingyuan.
Okay, Jingyuan. Some Penacony shares. Dreamjoy memoir film reel sent him a divination of elite fighters. A division of elite fighters. I don't think we can send him a division of elite fighters.
Come to Clock Studios theme park to learn more about the history of the planet of festivities. I think the General will like this gift.
I do too. It would be something he can do. You know, sometimes he just likes to have peaceful times, and this would be a nice place.
Finally, we have Lady Bailu of the
Ooh,
Alchemy
Bailu.
Commission. She loves excitement.
Accessory. excitement. She likes food and like treats and all of that, so it's almost like Soul Glad, but I want to just go with that. That's such a generic answer though. I feel like we can do better for a gift. Do you think she would like this? I'm really debating. I don't know. March, please, don't leave this to me.
That's a good idea. It might be commonplace, but it's still the specialty of Penacony.
Yeah, I
It would
wanted
make for
to do
an
something
ideal gift
different.
to bring home.
I'm sorry, it was so generic.
That's all of them. Please wrap them up for me. Thanks to both your help, everything went smoother than I expected. And it looks like we still have some time to spare.
Why don't we pay another visit to the Dreamscape sales store? You can find memory bubbles pretty much anywhere, but Penacony's dream bubbles are extraordinary. Even if we don't get them as gifts, we can keep them as souvenirs for ourselves.
Also true, yeah.
A souvenir for myself. That's definitely an idea I can get behind. But there's one more thing I wish to do. Since this is our last stop, could I have a word with you two in private? Perhaps somewhere more secluded.
Okay.
I'd like to discuss a personal matter.
Let's go do that then. Oh, we've been over here before.
This is a good spot.
Miss Tingyun, what's this about?
Oh, the music.
You've looked out for me during our travels together these past few days. I'm truly grateful and can't thank you enough.
The music is hitting me. Oh my god. Ooh.
But there are some things I find difficult to forget. I feel it's only right that I tell you what's on my mind before we part ways. Do you two still remember what it was like when you first saw me?
How could we forget? She was so shocked. She was frozen in place when she shouted.
Sparkle. I would think Sparkle, but
Exactly. And that's precisely why I haven't been able to shake off this strange feeling in the days since I started traveling with you. When I asked for your names, I couldn't help but think that this first encounter was actually a long-awaited reunion for you. I've heard about what happened to you on the Xianzhou. And I've got to admit that Phantilia's disguise was so perfect, it was like another me tricking everyone.
Yeah, we couldn't even tell when you were replaced by Phantilia. I figured it happened when we were after Kafka. You vanished for a while. I thought you must have come back as a double.
But it was
earlier
much
than that,
earlier
yeah.
than that. That thought has me filled with sorrow. As if a piece of my life had been stolen away, and I had no part in it. That's what I've been puzzled about, too. I never actually saw how Phantilia managed to disguise herself as me. What was your impression of that, Tingyun, if you recall?
I don't know about dangerous. I don't know if I got that vibe. I would say calculating. It's definitely more of a mysterious calculation sort from back then that I got from her. Because I do always remember oddly being on edge around her.
That's just the nature of the Foxians. It's widely known that mystery is the key to our allure. So, what did she seem like to you?
I don't know if I got shrewd merchant. But like I said, she genuinely back then, I was always on edge. I think even before leading up to the very traumatizing scene we got. So I honestly, truthfully do believe a potential emanator. Like, even if I didn't know the term at the time, she didn't seem super friendly. She did seem kind of possibly dangerous. Like, in the sense of just like, is she going to betray us? Does she know more than she's letting on? Type of way. Cause yeah, I don't know about Shrewd Merchant. It's also been a minute. Cause she didn't seem shrewd necessarily to me. She seemed pretty open and was willing to like give suggestions, which I guess could be the shrewd nature of it all, but
Oh, is that a compliment? I'm not sure if I'm deserving of that title. Was there anything particularly memorable?
March never said she was... I don't think she said she was bossy.
Now's not the time for those
Oh.
kinds of jokes.
Okay, you know what? I was thinking, and like when something came up, she was like, you know, pretty open to suggestions and coming up with different plans. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't think they would put that in this game. I'm sorry. Anyways, okay, I'm sorry.
Now the final question. In your eyes, am I just like the Tingyun you remember?
No. While, no. You don't give off that impression. At least in my eyes. I don't know. I was I had a predisposition for my thoughts on Tingyun back then. But looking back on it, like with no biases from possible spoilers or whatever, spending time with this Tingyun, like as a collective, like bits of when she was scattered and her psyche was everywhere did remind me of like when we met her as Pantilia. But as a whole, she's a lot more... I don't know how to express it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say no, you're not. Because this could be her searching to like find a different differentiation. I probably just said that wrong, and I'm probably not going to express that thought right. But she's trying to find herself through these memories, the haziness. Like she says, she doesn't even know that part of her life. So while a part of it is our thoughts on the matter might not be important, but to her it could be important. So I'm going to say no.
Wait, don't you find that question a bit weird? You're the real Tingyun. Why compare yourself to an imposter?
Oh, Miss March, you might have the wrong idea. I'm just feeling a mix of regret and relief.
Uh-huh.
As a merchant, staying well-informed is crucial. It's only natural for me to stay updated on the events of the Lawfu before I return.
That's true, but that question is definitely more than that.
If I had rushed in and out back then, I wouldn't have been much help. Instead, I would have postponed the trip and sought assistance from allies, but in that case...
You went in and did it yourself.
We wouldn't have
that too.
crossed paths.
Exactly. Based on your description, that Lord Ravager was indeed cunning. Her demeanor mirrored mine so closely that it felt like she was living my life for a few days, rather than merely disguising herself. I regret missing out on your Sanjo journey. But everything that unfolded afterward, aside from the scheming, played out exactly as if I'd been there. This leads me to consider another possibility. Fantilia had stolen a piece of my life, and a Foxian always gets even. I will not be taken advantage of. I must take something back from her as well. But after thinking it over, the only thing
It's
that
the
could be
bond I have
considered
with all of
equal
you.
value is the bond I have with all of you. That thought has brought me great comfort. And now I know how to speak to you properly. We've never even met before, and here you are, offering your help, just as before. I should have treated you with respect, but fear of Fantilia made me act like somebody else.
Which is completely understandable. We're not gonna fault you for that.
And now, I will reclaim everything I have lost. And it should begin with a proper acknowledgement. Dear benefactors, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you. Looks like we're off to a good start. Moving forward, I'll definitely be trying more things like this from now on. And you, my dear benefactors, will be my source of courage.
I will gladly help out in any way I can.
Miss Tingyun, that's way too over the top. Just don't make any risky
True.
decisions. It might overwhelm her.
Oh, hey, Marge. Okay, like, I'm the one who's gonna do that. It's more you. That felt like a comment directed at me, not Stell.
We'll see. I just hope the Tingyun in your memories won't be tainted by Fantilia anymore. All right, no more questions. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Let's continue on our way.
Okay, time for the dream bubble.
Welcome to the Dreamscape Sandstorm. Dr. Edward at your service.
We're looking for some dreams to give as gifts. Something exotic and preferably captivating.
Well, just a friendly reminder, being too picky won't help you find the best dreams. You'll just dampen your spirits ahead of time. That being said, there are always some lucky exceptions. Not too long ago, I procured a dream bubble that sounds perfect for you. The story unfolds in the Shenjo Alliance, where a young swordmaster strives to become the sword champion. However, this junior Foxian Sora, who just turned 100, puts him in a tough spot.
Oh, okay.
Why does that sound oddly familiar?
I wonder why.
Since I'm returning to the Xianzhou, I think it's better to choose something unrelated to the Alliance. Feel free to pick a few for me.
I love customers like you. So easy to work with.
True.
So easy to take advantage of, you mean?
That is also true. You know, it's 50-50. Some parts is a little bit easier for recommendations because they're more open to suggestions. And then the other part, probably more, nefarious.
Just don't pick anything weird, okay?
Oh, speaking of dreamscapes, I have a gift for you, my benefactors.
Really?
After troubling you all this time, I couldn't leave without properly expressing my thanks. Here's a dream bubble for you. I hope you enjoy it.
Wow. That's really nice of you.
Here are the dream bubbles I've prepared for you. Thank you for your business.
Okay.
Well, it looks like everything's finally in order. I suppose it's time to head back?
Tingyun's dream bubble. The future is neither an initial meeting nor a reunion. We have always walked together. Oh. Yeah. Going to the Radiant Feldsphere. Though you wish it wasn't, it's so true. The time has come to bid farewell to Miss Tingyun. This is not a reunion, but maybe that is not such a bad thing. When a reunion is so perfect, it gives you something to look forward to in the future. Go to the Radiant Feldsphere and meet up with Kimiko. Are we really gonna say goodbye so soon? I literally feel like we just got to, like, really, you know, open up and, like, know each other. Like, really, you know?
I can't believe it's time for Miss Tingyun to leave. I'm not ready to say goodbye just yet.
Me neither. I just missed her banner, too. God. Anyways. You're back.
Yeah, we got delayed on the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. Yang
Things
will
happen.
explain in detail when he gets back. Has the messenger from the Xianzhou arrived yet?
Yes, we've been chatting for a while. Turns out she's an old acquaintance of ours. Oh my god, Yukong!
Long time no see, everyone.
You came here personally! Of course you would! Oh my god, I should have seen this coming!
Madame Yukong?
I've imagined this moment many times. I was worried I might embarrass myself in front of you. I even rehearsed every word beforehand. But now it seems it was unnecessary. Tingyun, I'm here to take you home.
Oh, god damn it. Ooh. You two must have a lot to catch up on after being apart for so long. We'll give you some space. Oh, my eyes are watery. Fuck.
Madame Yukong, I wasn't expecting it to be you. What a wonderful surprise.
I wanted to come because, after all, it's you who's coming home.
Yeah, me of all people.
Hey! So many people are happy to see you again, okay? God damn it. Like, not only... Oh, fuck Fantilia, man. Fuck her. Oh, I'm getting unexpectedly heated. Oh, no.
Your body. It's going to be tough from now on, isn't it?
I've already escaped death once. What more could I ask for? Also, it's not all bad. I might even beat you at arm wrestling now.
You're still the same, carefree as always. I have a lot I'd like to tell you, but I'll save it for the road. It's a long journey back to the Luofu. Even if we can't completely rid you of the pain, there must be ways to alleviate it on the Xianzhou.
I have no doubt. But...
okay.
Since we're alone here, may I ask you one more thing? Do I really have to go back to the Luofu?
Why? You don't want to?
Despite Fantilia's ruthlessness, she spared me when I should have been eliminated. And why did Miss Ron Mei, who has no ties to the Xianzhou, go out of her way to save me?
There is a lot of what-ifs here and whys.
It seems as if I've become a pawn in someone else's game.
Yeah, there has to be more to it. Oh, I can't fault her for thinking that either. Because it's all so convenient. And Ruan Mei did mention traveling merchant. And, like, the more I thought of it, Luocha's the one who was described as such.
There are people within the Alliance who also believe that the suspect is now on the Yuchua.
If that's the case, it's all the more reason for me not to return to the Luofu and complicate things. I might as well take advantage of this situation.
Take advantage of the situation? What do you mean?
Right now, the marks of ruin inside me maintain a delicate balance. Moreover, they were created by Phantilia herself. If possible, please inform the General and arrange for me to meet with the Marshal. Maybe this body of mine can help the Alliance get one step closer to the Xianzhou's enemies.
When Ron Mei visited the Luofu earlier, she mentioned what happened to you. This coincided with when the message sent by the Astral Express arrived. The Arbiter Generals concluded that Phantilia did not intend for you to survive. If utilized strategically, this could give the Alliance an element of surprise. If we follow this plan, we must keep your resurrection hidden. But before making any decisions, I want to know what you think. If you wish to go home, I'll support you, no matter what others may say.
Then I'm glad. I shall save you the trouble of hearing what those people may say.
The road ahead is perilous. If you decide to take it, I won't stop you. Maybe I'm being selfish, but I still want to know. Are you choosing this because it's what you really want?
I've come to see myself clearly in this dream journey. Perhaps it's what people call a blessing in disguise. There is someone who can attest to my true intentions. Please follow me. She should be around here somewhere.
She should be around here somewhere.
Is that...
Oh, the music again.
After a strange encounter, I was fragmented into multiple Tingyuns, each embodying a different aspect of my memories. And one of them hasn't returned to me, because she ventured too far. Until now.
You mean her? What is she doing?
She's captivated by something that has deeply mesmerized me. As a fleeting emotion, she's no different from a newborn.
In all of
her boarding this ship was solely down to her inner impulse. Madame Yukong, do you remember? Perhaps that was just an ordinary flight for you, but for a certain child, that was her first experience with the sky.
Wow.
Of course I remember. Back then,
Fuck,
you were
that's
still
so
young
cute.
enough for me to carry.
Fuck. Look at them. God damn it.
You probably still can. Want to give it a try?
I'm afraid you'd be too heavy for me now.
Just kidding.
No, a part of you is serious. Just because you're reminiscing.
I remember you kept begging me to take you to the star skiff, and even dreamed of becoming a pilot. But once you were airborne, you were so nervous that you clung to others for dear life.
Makes sense.
This flight was a turning point in my life. The boundless cosmos unfolded before me. I was completely mesmerized, not just by the view, but by a realization. In this world, there are paths beyond waiting for us to explore. Even though I lacked the talent to pilot the star skiff and wasn't much of a warrior, I still chose to travel around with the Merchant Guild. Even to this day, this thrill still courses through me.
That hasn't changed?
Never. Now I can embark once more on my journey as a traveler of no return, exploring the paths that lie beyond. Speaking of which, how are things with the Whistling Flames?
I've left Yan Ming in charge for now. He's reliable, but he can be a bit extreme, and might not always follow your principles as a traveling merchant.
Yeah.
My principles. Forsake what others fight for and take what others abandon. That's the way to navigate the world and achieve my goals. I will continue to uphold my principles. But now I've also learned that while these merchant principles may apply to humans, they falter in the face of the gods.
But this shouldn't fall on your shoulders to begin with. You are simply an innocent survivor in this war.
Yeah, you were literally just dragged in. It's like I see where she's going with this, and I totally can see where her feelings are coming from, but it's so shitty.
Madame Yukong, you were once a survivor in the war too, weren't you? In a hazy dream, I vaguely remember someone telling me that the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity.
Yep.
But, Madame Yukong, the gods use humans as pawns in their cosmic game, sacrificing countless innocent souls. Have you ever thought about making them pay?
Every moment of every day. But as inconsequential as we are, how can we escape the fate of being mere pawns? If I could choose, I would never want you to become a pawn. I just wish you could still be that carefree little fox, not caught up in this war.
Don't be disheartened, Madame Yukong. Thanks to the favor of the Lord Ravager, I've become a player in this game. Remember, it's often the unassuming pawns, the lone traveler, or the worm that subdues the dragon, that leave even the best strategists helpless. So, now I'll become a cunning speck of dust, and make those masterminds behind the curtains sneeze a few times.
I'm sorry I'm so quiet, but god damn it. No, a moment of silence lingers after that. Departure is often indistinguishable from parting, yet they are fortunate enough not to have to. But luck never seems to favor everyone. Back to Sunday. Oh, no. Meanwhile, at Dreams Ebb, I have so many conflicted
Is
emotions
this place
going
also
on right
affected
now.
by the order?
Man.
No, I'm just here to bid farewell. I changed my mind along the way. This journey has too many variables, so it shouldn't matter if we add another.
Oh, we're straight here. Okay.
How did you know she would be here?
I didn't. I had a hunch and decided to try my luck. It seems I can be lucky sometimes.
It's not like you to leave things to luck.
Not at all.
I'm trying to change too.
I don't think you need a bystander in this scenario. Go on ahead.
You're not worried I'll take the opportunity to escape?
I believe you're the kind of person that has the ability and desire to use everything to your advantage. But
exactly.
that everything does not include Miss Robin.
Thank you.
Now then, Mr. 1 Week.
I'm not leaving. No way.
Let him stay. He won't be in the way.
Okay.
I actually need 1 week to be there. She shouldn't be seen talking to a fugitive, no matter the circumstances.
You don't intend to reveal your true identity to her?
Both parties don't have to be aware that this is a farewell.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be a no. I don't think you're going to be able to not let her perceive that it's you.
I shouldn't put her at risk for my selfishness.
As you wish.
Shall we go then?
Let's go. Our journey can't begin if I can't take this first step.
Speak memory. Farewells are truly a miraculous thing. No matter how much you've experienced it in your life, it's not something you ever get used to. But that is okay. Without farewells, we would never have reunions to look forward to. Say farewell to your little sister. Take your time. A long and valuable farewell. Fucking God, man. Why did I choose to read that? Oh. I'm sorry I'm being a big baby. Oh. There's no way you're gonna get through this without her knowing.
I didn't expect to see you here, Miss Robin.
It's nice to meet you, miss. May I know your name?
Okay, let's see.
My name is 1 Week. I'm a member of the Nightingale family.
Oh, you're a Dreamweaver. Thank you for all your hard work. You all are the reason the Dreamscape has been able to recover from this crisis.
You're too kind, Miss Robin. You must be very busy. What brings you here to Dream's Edge?
I'm taking a break. I wanted to find a quiet place to relax. Ideally somewhere where I could see the stars. Before I knew it, I'd walked all the way here. I know these stars only exist in the dream, but...
Well, perhaps the dreamscape is not so different from reality. When we look up into the night sky, the stars aren't really there. The glimmering lights we see are merely the images of stars from long ago. So, have we ever truly seen a real sky full of stars?
She shook her head. Oh. No, her eyes.
You're very philosophical, Miss 1 Week. You remind me of someone I know.
The bird in the background.
Do you work nearby?
No. Today is my rest day. There's going to be a show later, so I came early to find a good seat.
A show? Here?
It's somewhere farther away. They say it's a farewell performance.
Oh, God.
The kind that's better to listen to from afar than watch it performed
That's so
live.
pretty.
I see. In that case, the observation deck is a good choice. You can see
I know
all
it's a
of
puzzle,
Penacony
but, you
from
know.
here. Distance can make some things appear more beautiful.
Miss Robin, may I stay here with you to gaze at the stars
God damn
before
it.
the show begins?
Of course. You don't have to be so courteous. I should be the one asking. This is Dream's Edge, after all, and the Dreamweavers are its true masters.
And they're talking.
Still, these stars are unfamiliar to me. I don't recognize any of them, and it makes me feel uneasy.
What makes you feel this way? Is it because the sky is so far away, or because it's the unknown?
Perhaps it's both. The Stellaron disaster may not have had any real consequences, but many guests still chose to check out. Now the hotel feels quieter than before. It makes me wonder what Penacony's future will be like. I just hope it will not negatively affect you, Miss Robin.
You're too kind. I'll be fine. The disaster was unexpected, but because of it, I was able to witness many pasts and think about many futures. My only real regret is that I left some things unsaid.
Did the person you wanted to say them to leave?
Yes. He left in such a hurry that I didn't even get the chance to say goodbye.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, what's in your heart doesn't need to be dressed up in words. Maybe he already knows what you wanted to say.
But don't you think we should put in some effort when we want to encourage someone?
If you don't mind me asking, who is it that you wish to encourage?
It's someone who experienced failure recently and is about to embark on a long journey.
There are many such people on Penacony.
Oh my God,
Failure
you're
is
letting it
like
slip.
the setting sun to a dream chaser. It's something that happens every day. I believe they all have the willpower to start anew. Especially after receiving a smile from you, Miss Robin.
But he's different. He's stronger than most ordinary people, but because of it, people have this misconception. They think that when he falls, he will stand back up faster than anyone else.
Are you saying that's not true?
It's not. Because before he stands up again,
God, she knows you so well.
he will hesitate and agonize for ages over whether that is the right course of action.
Failure may be a good thing for someone like that. Being able to reflect on one's actions is a valuable quality to have.
You may be right, but I still hope that he'll never change.
Why is that?
Because I have faith in the person I remember him to be.
Right now he's brooding and all the negativity and the the negatives that came from his decisions, but she still she got to see and grow up with all of the, good qualities of him.
He may have taken the wrong approach when he failed, but I don't think he had the wrong intentions. We once stood together at the same starting line, but now it's his turn to fly for the stars. I believe he'll find the right path, even if he has to do it alone. We don't have to soar into the sky together.
You don't. Ooh, the way she said that.
Because I know we'll reunite one day, up there in the clouds.
I hope so.
Miss 1 Week, may I ask a favor? There's a jigsaw here I'd like to finish before I leave. If I have a Dreamweaver's help, maybe I'll be able to fill in the missing pieces.
A dream jigsaw. I see. I'll do my best.
Don't worry if you can't find them. Just think of it as
taking
us
a walk together.
Taking a walk together.
I'm just getting slapped.
I'm still inexperienced, so let's just hope we get lucky.
Thank you anyway. I expect the first jigsaw piece will be a part of the starry sky. As for the other piece, I hope it will symbolize wings.
It seems we've been blessed with good fortune today.
Is this...
A scrawled note was left here. May your sky be forever radiant.
It seems familiar.
Another Dreamweaver probably left this behind. It's a habit for this profession. They hope to use these blessings as a foundation for the dreamscape.
I'm so quiet. I'm so sorry.
Is this a pair of wings or a decoration made of feathers?
Maybe it's somewhere in between the two. It's a pair of broken wings.
We should keep looking.
It's okay. Let's use this one.
Just as before, a note was placed carefully next to the puzzle, like someone got here a step earlier. May your stage be forever lustrous. One more thing. Staying fit is important, but don't forget to eat well too.
We have enough. Let's go back.
Here we go. It's somewhere like right here. So. Dang. There we go.
It's done. Have a look.
The music! Oh, you can't hit me with that! That painting feels like a blessing, and also seems to mirror someone's resolve. Even when the broken wings no longer belong to the sky, the direction in which they fall will still be towards the stars. Oh!
Soon, I shall travel to those unfamiliar stars, none of which I recognize.
Oh my god, why? I mean, it's good, that's why I'm saying why, but... Why? Look at this. The amazing backcurrent for the OST.
But as long as you continue to gaze upon them from here, then those unfamiliar stars will one day be the place of our reunion.
Oh. God damn it.
You still couldn't bear to say goodbye in the end. Maybe I'm stronger than you think. You must try to relax on your long journey.
brother.
Fuck. God, she did so good there. Oh. I'm so sad. Like, saying goodbye is always the hardest part. And he did say his farewell bit, in the way he wanted to, but fuck. Man, like, oh. Ooh.
That didn't seem like a perfect goodbye.
No goodbye is ever truly perfect. At least on one front sometimes. Goodbyes are almost never fun.
It's enough. I only meant to stay quietly by her side for a bit.
And instead you guys got to talk.
But why did you do those unnecessary things?
Wanted to help you out.
What things?
Unless...
Those 2 notes. If someone finds them, they can be used as evidence against her.
Huh. So you can do whatever you want as many times as you want.
Yeah, exactly.
But I can't. I don't want to live with regret for the rest of my life either.
Mm-hmm.
Live with regret.
We're almost done saying our goodbyes, right?
Oh.
Yes. We only have one last stop. But before we leave, I have a question I'd like to ask you, Mr. Yang. I'm curious. Why did you become a nameless?
Oh.
Why the sudden interest?
I always had a feeling that you would never give up on someone who needed help. After spending time with you, I'm even more convinced of this assessment. At this very moment, there are countless worlds above the sky still waiting for the arrival of the Astral Express. Yet you and your companions have chosen to stay here. All for an old friend you never knew, and a notorious fugitive. To trailblaze means to forge ahead. Yet, you stop and spend precious time on people just passing by. All the while you believe this is the natural course of action?
That's not what I think at all. Besides, the watchmaker also made a similar choice.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
And because of that, he bid farewell to the Express and never walked among the stars again in his lifetime.
Not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if we leave the Express, some trailblazing paths will still continue. You can think of it this way. The title of Nameless doesn't belong to any one person. Each individual will have their own view of what it means to walk this path and will always try their best, no matter the situation. The goal of my trailblazing is not the unknown world, but every living being who exists under the stars. In my homeland, the name Welt means world. It suggests that each person is a world unto themselves, and that we harbor as many possibilities as the distant stars. The connections I gain on my journey are what is most precious to me. This is my way of the trailblaze and the reason why I decided to stay here.
Why me?
Like I said before, I left my home in a hurry too. I know how you feel right now.
God, man. Oh. This is literally getting, like, him getting to help someone in a similar place, but man.
I also know that a person will only be able to truly face themselves once they've decided to say goodbye to their past, the same way you're doing right here, right now. There was never a third person with us, was there?
Was I right?
I told you he'd find out.
I should have known nothing could escape your keen eyes. Since you already know 1 week's secret, there's no need for me to build up suspense. Let's go. We'll head straight for the finale and take our final bow in this farewell performance.
Only when one has fallen to the ground can they learn how to fly. If one wants to take a curtain call, they must stand on the stage once more. Go to Penacony Grand Theater and complete the final step of this farewell. Okay. Think we're just gonna go with this. I do have Sunday, but he's not, properly built, like in any way. So we're not gonna go with him, but oh, let's do this.
I know you can hide your appearance, but trespassing on restricted family grounds is still a bold move.
Don't worry, I won't take too much time. I was a child when I first visited the Grand Theater. I remember seeing the light behind the curtains from here and believing it to be the morning star guiding me toward the land of the dreams. When I returned here many years later as the head of the Oak family, I finally learned that the light was actually a Stellaron.
Now that you've returned to the stage, what are you planning to do?
Prepare for my departure. I've always believed that a person's starting point should also be his last stop. Have you ever seen the elderly at the end of their lives? As they welcome their final moments, they invariably raise their hands, stretching their arms into the emptiness. Much like how babies also stretch their arms into the air when they are first born. Humanity flaps their wings twice as they complete their journey. Once when they are born, and once when they die. In order to flap my own wings and soar again. I will say goodbye, here, to the me of yesterday. I really hate this face. My expressions feel so dull and lifeless.
I see. That explains why something always felt off about your appearance. The halo above your head that symbolizes the harmony
is missing.
It's been missing since the moment we reunited.
It's true that this ring was bestowed upon our people by the heavens. But that doesn't mean it can't be thrown away. While I was in the gallery of thoughts, at the entrance of the dream, I chose to completely sever the halo from myself.
Why?
I am a fugitive, after all. I must remove any chance of being detected by the family.
While true, that's still a major decision.
Another reason is to feel pain. A pain like falling from the sky with broken wings that can keep me awake. This is how I can cast aside all the blessings of the harmony and the order and, for the first time in my life, enter the sweet dream as an ordinary person.
Is that also how Mr. 1 Week came into this world?
No. You wouldn't believe the real story even if he told you. He was born from an accident. One that you're actually quite familiar with.
Oh my god, is it like the Tingyun? Is that why you knew about it?
It was that try not to laugh challenge. Quite embarrassing, to be honest.
Really? How did you... That's why he sounded so upset by it. He was like, oh, that challenge, yeah.
I was roaming around as an ordinary person when I unfortunately fell into that Pepeshi's trap. The prank that fragmented Miss Tingyun also divided my fragile self into two.
Are you saying that he's a part of you? That's quite surprising given that you two look nothing alike.
You could say he's
Another possibility.
Another possibility of me. I too was once a child, with aspirations buried deep within. Over time, those childhood voices grew increasingly faint.
And that could explain too why he was so, like, at the end there with Robin, he left those 2 notes. Even though we had Sunday here, like, being like, hey, don't do that. That could, you know, be used as evidence. It could get her in trouble. But it was his, like, way of, like, still trying to reach out, wanting to have that moment with Robin before the departure.
Maybe if I had made a small change in my childhood, I would have turned out to be exactly like him. What a pity. Failing to become a better version of yourself. So, my final farewell will be like that of Miss Tingyun. I will perform a tuning on myself and return to my complete form. And this also means that 1 week will vanish for good. That's why I said this was the last stop. Is there a possibility that you will be the one who disappears? No. This is a foregone conclusion. But who's to say there won't be any changes? Maybe deep down, I'm also anticipating this possibility.
Regardless of the outcome, you will have a witness. I'll be waiting for you in the audience.
Okay.
Much appreciated. Now, shall we begin?
I see why Tingyun and Sunday were put together in this quest, being about finding yourself and discerning, like, through memories and decisions here and there. It makes so much sense.
Anticipating this possibility. You've really changed. In the past, you wouldn't have tolerated any noise at all. I'm about to embark on an unknown journey, where it will be impossible to maintain my orderly life. I will have to navigate unexpected surprises, much like today.
Yep, things aren't going to be quite, you know, day-to-day, same thing, you know, easy to predict type scenarios, huh?
You're not ready at all, are you?
No. No, not at all.
I feel unsettled, maybe even scared. Ever since I left Penacony, I could no longer control everything. Don't flatter yourself. You can't control anything. But isn't that how it is for most people? My fear of the unknown may be a weakness, but your presence has shown me that surprises aren't always bad.
Yep.
Meeting you has been a great help to me, and I'm glad to have discovered this side of myself. I also feel grateful for the opportunity to tell you this in person. I truly dislike you.
Yep.
What? Are you sure you didn't mean the opposite? I must admit, many of your qualities strike a chord with me. There are times when I want to joke around, freely express my thoughts, or openly share my dislike of a person. Or my
fondness.
fondness. I want to tell her that I love all her songs.
You're a good opening into the things he's trying to deny himself and, like, doesn't want to see because it would make it all too real.
Then go for it, Sonny. You always talk about locking the bird in the cage, but you're the one who's trapped. Look at yourself. Besides discipline and hesitation, there's nothing else in your life. If you continue living like a slab of marble, You'll break into pieces when you fall. But I won't become like you. I simply can't. I dislike people who are frivolous. It makes me uncomfortable to even emulate them. If I fail, I will still uphold my principles, such as decorum and stateliness.
I will still uphold my principles. Literally still like similar to Tingyun.
As for the harmony, my stance remains the same. Whether it's you or the paths, if what I once doubted, or even opposed, becomes the force I must rely on in the future, then this time, my true heart will guide the tuning. I'll leave it to you. What is this? Leaving your fate entirely up to a coin flip? This isn't like you at all. Did you lose your mind after being run over by the Express? Or were you possessed by that IPC gambler?
No.
Failure is always the best teacher. To save more lives, you must first understand what they live for and what they die for. The best way to achieve this is through personal experience. You see? I'm already starting to make changes. Whether it's us merging or one of us disappearing, I'll leave the tuning to fate. And see if I can embrace all that I detest. Only then will I truly be able to walk among the living, in their world. But what if you can't do it? Well, that's out of my hands. It will just prove that I'm still the same person. The person who always disappoints his sister.
Oh, no. God. She doesn't see it like that, but...
Falling is just another name for flying. That's why I rejoice at my broken wings. Step into the mortal world to see how it truly is. Then, be born as a human and die as one.
Okay.
And with my last breath, I'll join the weak in reaching my hands toward the sky. On the planet of festivities, whatever identities I once had, they no longer matter. It's not the gods who answer us, but ourselves from the future. I don't have much to say. But, as it's time to part ways, here's one last piece of advice. When telling jokes, be sincere. Don't sweat the details, and above all, don't explain them every time.
Don't be Sino. Who?
Never mind. Maybe it's better for you not to joke at all.
Maybe.
No objections from me. This is so annoying. How did I become so dull?
You know, sometimes it starts with a, evil bird.
Well, despite everything, try not to be too hard on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
There will always be people who are sad.
This is almost like mildly like wanting people to be happy and then like the notion that, oh, I'll talk later.
Planet of festivities, land of the dreams. I say goodbye to my home. Should one desire to leave the stage for good,
one must first step back onto the stage.
Here we go.
As expected, the trickiest thing is tuning yourself. These dissonant sounds are much too harsh.
I was gonna say it mildly reminds me of Maruki from P5 Royal.
The mood is set. Just let the show begin.
In like, you know, what he wanted in the end was for, you know, everyone to be happy and not go through like suffering, but like was also very much so putting the weight of it all on himself.
Let's improvise.
And like having to have people help along the way show that there's other ways to go about it, that not everyone's going to be happy, but that doesn't, it's not a bad thing all the time. I'm expressing this horribly. I'm so sorry.
The dice have been
Of course, the first time I like actually am talking like more than one like phrase, I'm like messing up my own thought process, you know.
You need not fade away. Follow me to the stars.
Fight to live!
Okay.
Set the seas aflame!
Rhythm get messed up. Dreams do come true.
Disorderly noise!
Do I? I'm gonna go for this. Okay. And I wish I could break this, but it's not gonna happen in this case.
Disorderly noise!
There we go. I know it wasn't during his ult, but I felt like it.
Firefly Type 4 in position. Set the seas aflame!
Disorderly noise!
Fight to live!
Okay, phase 2.
Time has come. Let it be revealed.
Is it inevitable for me?
Let the show begin.
Inevitable.
Let's improvise.
Get there! Uphold the true! Join the battle.
Okay.
It's noisy.
Watch your head.
I have to get the others, right? Yeah.
Hedge your bets.
This is when I need to attack these guys.
Dreams do come true.
Stay put!
I would blast healing, but I don't care right now. It's fine.
The noise is fading! Eternal prayer!
Here we go. Okay. You all got your stuff back. That's really rude. I'll say so, okay?
Until everything burns to ashes! This is more than a battle. Set the seas aflame!
There we go.
Fight to live!
Gods awaken!
Oh, hopefully we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. We can do this.
Disorderly noise!
Let's improvise. The mood is set. Let
Just
the show
reset this
begin.
for us. Honestly, even use this.
Fiends or devils! I'll crush them all!
Set the seas aflame!
There we go.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
I think our shields are fine right now.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again!
Get there!
Fight to live!
Yep. We're close. We got this.
Set the seas aflame!
Disorderly noise!
Okay. Here goes nothing. Oh. Oh, you got it back.
I grant myself departure.
Well, How should I address you now? Mr. Sunday or Mr. 1 Week?
Whichever you prefer. He's probably mocking me from inside right now.
Without a doubt.
Thank you for accompanying me through all this, Mr. Yang. This farewell journey has come to an end.
What are your plans after leaving Penacony?
At this point, there's no need to hide things from you. I believe there's more to the incident involving the Stellaron on Penacony.
Everything seems to be like falling in line with someone, or if not multiple people's plans or goals.
Are you suggesting that the Dream Master wasn't the one controlling the Stellaron?
Don't worry. The Oak family was indeed behind seizing the Stellaron and resurrecting the fallen Eon during the Charmony Festival, and you've already defeated them. But Mr. Gopherwood once told me that all the Order's efforts were aimed at avoiding the same mistakes that the Harmony made. My guess is that the family from the Montour system must be involved.
Yeah, deeper ties.
Unfortunately, too much time has passed to verify that. Penacony is just a small territory, and even the family heads with their authority cannot enter the sacred site of the Harmony and inquire about the true will of the Great One. In the worst-case scenario, if Xipe turned a blind eye, how could the strong defending the weak hold up? Mr. Yang, I just want to tell you this. The
More than
Harmony
one
has
side.
More than one side. They can be the most steadfast ally of the Astral Express, or the most fearsome enemy.
Well, thank you for being honest with me. The efforts of the crew on Penacony were driven by the same concern. After all this, the Harmony and the Preservation will keep the situation on the planet of festivities in balance. With the momentum from the Trailblaze, more forces will arrive and Penacony will become a public space in the cosmos. Freedom is the only answer the Nameless can offer. I'm glad that Penacony needs it.
You and I both strive for a peaceful society, even if our reasons are different. And you've gone even further than I have. If not for our paths, perhaps you and I wouldn't be in opposition.
Maybe not.
Don't sell yourself short. We're not fundamentally opposed. Otherwise, you wouldn't have shown me mercy in front of the Dream Master.
You could have done so much more in that moment then. Like, you guys basically had him caught.
This shared journey is my way of repaying you. After all, you are one of my trailblazing goals.
About that, you've given me many insights as well. Humans are the measure of everything, and no one is the sole savior.
Yeah, there can't just be one sole person for that.
Creating a paradise remains one of my lifelong ambitions. As I move forward, I realize I must build it brick by brick. Therefore, I have a request that I hope you'll consider. While I lack the will to trailblaze, nor can I become a true Nameless, I admire your convictions. Perhaps what I need, more than asceticism, is knowledge. Therefore, after leaving Penacony, would you consider letting me come aboard the Astral Express and travel with you?
Oh my gosh. Another temporary companion? Why do we have to cut it there? I want to hear more. Sometime later. Okay, maybe. Yeah, no, we're gonna see the result of this.
So this is why I brought him here.
There we go. We got the whole story.
Mr. Sunday wants to join us on the Express. Of course, I can't make that decision alone.
But if you didn't support this idea, you wouldn't have brought him back. Well, I trust your judgment. If someone is willing to join us on our journey, the Express will be open to them. But this time is a bit different. Before making any decision, Stell, I want to hear what you think. Me? I want to hear everyone's opinion. I don't have anything to say. I'm not opposed, but I'm curious about everyone's thoughts. But in this battle, you were the one who directly confronted him. Your opinion holds the most weight.
I learned the most valuable lessons from my past opponents. Please, say whatever's on your mind.
I do think this. I honestly think a lot of this is pretty true. I can't deny that you always have compassion in your heart, even though we may view things differently. Have some hope in humanity. Maybe you're too pessimistic about humanity, but the Trailblaze isn't like that. We had to learn to have faith before embarking on this path. You must do the same. We can be friends. Nothing is for certain. Anyway, an enemy yesterday may be a friend today. I'm no longer the newbie. Finally, I'm no longer the newbie. Come on, you're taking over as newbie.
Well, he's just traveling with us. Not an actual member of the Express crew yet. Your newbie status is untouchable.
Hey! No, okay? Even if he's not here to stay, as long as he's with us and traveling with us, he's the temporary newbie, okay, March? Give me this. I'm fine with that.
Thank you all for your forgiveness. Perhaps I'll find the answer I'm looking for on this journey. And when that day comes, it'll be farewell. Until then, rest assured that I will do my best to fulfill my duty as your companion.
Looks like we've come to a decision. Remember to keep the conductor in the loop, too.
Now that our business on Penacony is settled, it's about time we get back on track and prepare for our next warp jump.
That is true. Yeah, but let me try contacting Madame Herta again before we set off. She helped us look into Amphorius, even though nothing new came up. I should at least let her know we're leaving.
Try?
I tried contacting the space station several times, but I never got any response. Maybe there's a problem with the interstellar network? It shouldn't be anything to worry about. What could happen on the Genius's home turf? Even the Antimatter Legion wouldn't stand a chance. For all we know, Madame Herta could be making a move again. Oh my god, are we gonna actually see something?
No, we're still not quite there.
Excuse me? Asta? And then the Herta puppet. Ooh.
Indeed, this is only a minor ripple that no one will ever notice. So,
oh my
you
gosh.
must also understand, for a genius, the importance of asking questions outweighs the importance of the answers themselves.
Ooh!
So-called magic has its own set of principles. There are no mysteries in this universe that cannot be solved. So,
oh, they're all this
all-seeing presence. I ask you this. What is divinity?
That was so cool. Glad she can be a visitor. That was really good. I definitely spent a majority of that kind of... Oh. In the middle 10 pool. Come on, 5-star. This isn't lucky. I knew it was coming. What's it gonna be? Oh. Okay, that's another pool. That's for the Herta right there. I'm not mad about this. And also that oddly didn't play. Yeah, no, I'm not mad about that. Is that like E2? That might be E2. Oh, now it's playing. I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's muted for recording purposes. Oh, where is he? Wait, I literally said, like, okay, this makes me look bad. Yanqing, where are you? I'm blind. There you, oh my god, I missed you. What? I thought oh, it was a different account. Dang it, I thought you were at E2.
It feels like the stars just got brighter.
There we go. Look at that, Yanqing. I've never lost a 50-50. Oh my god, I'm jinxing myself. Anyways. Again, that was really interesting. I should have thought it was like to put an end to our time in Penacony. Like, I imagine we're gonna be going back for more craziness at some point over in Penacony. Because like Sunday says, I imagine there's more to it than just the family, you know? And even Tingyun mentioning that it kind of feels like she's falling into someone's play again, like being used as a pawn. So she wants to, you know, make the decision herself and like find ways to outdo them or like catch them off guard. Like, it's really interesting, and it was really, really enjoyable, honestly. Even though I was very quiet, it was more because I was just... It was like, one moment I'm very upset because of Fantilia, the next I'm more just caught up in the emotional toll of, like, all that happened. And, like, the goodbye to Robin, like, not actually letting her get to, you know, voice it. In a way, and he left before. It was a lot. But we're going to do our best moving into 3.0 and see what Amphorius has to offer us. And then a little after, I want to see what they did for the 3.0 trailer stuff. Just because I know when they did 2.0 for Penacony, it was crazy. It was pretty cool. So I'm just very intrigued to see how that's going to turn out. But that being said, sorry, YouTube side, if anything seemed jumbled. Just note, it was interesting times in between breaks. But it's going to be interesting seeing what 3.0 has in store for us. In the next one. Bye.